What you doing?
And she got in the wagon. Footprint was in the wagon. And somewhere along the line, she fell
What you
in the
doing?
dishpan.
AJ comes in and tells you what?
That Adriana was playing in the pool. I thought he meant she was standing beside the pool splashing in the water. I looked out the back door, and that's when I could barely see her floating in the pool.
You run outside
Mm-hmm.
and you get her out of the pool.
Mm-hmm.
How does she look to you?
She was slightly purple. I put her on the ground and tried to get the water to drain out and started doing CPR.
Did you realize that she had died before they even got there?
No, when they got there and EMT, the fire people was doing CPR, they had slightly got her back and they were going to airlift her to Panama City.
When you get to the hospital, what happens?
The doctor come in and said that Adriana was gone.
What impact did those words have on you?
It was like part of me was gone. And it was part that I'd never be able to get back. To me, my kids, they made my world. They made me a stronger person. They made me feel like I was everything that I was supposed to be.
Good morning. We're going to present the testimony of a 7-year-old little boy in a big courtroom such as this. With people, he's going to come in here and you're going to be total strangers to him. But he's going to try to do his best when he gets up here. I'm not asking you to believe him just because he comes in here. I'm asking you just to be patient and listen to his testimony and then give it the credibility that you determine that it deserves. You will hear how AJ saw his mother dunk his sister into the pool. That's what led to the death of Adriana Elaine Hutton. Thank you for your attention.
Sheriff, just tell me exactly the scene that you encountered when you got here. Where the pool was, where Amanda was, where Adriana was.
When I got here, there was fire trucks here, ambulances, and other patrol cars from the sheriff's department. The pool was right out there. You see the pile of wood, and it was in front of it, coming this way several feet, but it was right out in that area. Now, when I got here, they had Adriana, they was working on her there. Amanda had got back in the house and was in the living room at the lower in the house whenever I got there.
What was your gut feeling about what had happened here? Your first feeling?
We treated it as an accidental drowning. The little boy, AJ, was here and his grandparents had got here, and we let them take AJ and take care of him after we got the mother in the car and got her gone. Well, we had left and I had got back to the sheriff's department whenever the grandmother called me and said, "Sheriff, I need to bring AJ down there and let him tell you what he's told me."
Pick a seat to sit in? Which one you gonna sit in? You sit in that one? What you got? What's that? Sheriff badge. Sheriff badge.
I was sitting at that desk right there when I got that phone call, okay? And I remember Dennis Lee saying, "I need you to look at this case." And I'm like, "Dennis, I'm swamped down here, you know." And he said, "No, really, I want you to look, just look at this interview of this little boy." And they brought it down a couple of days later. Another prosecutor, we were working on another case, and she was in here, and we watched that, and we were like, wow, you know, is he telling the truth, you know?
Who threw her in the pool?
My mama,
Mama threw who in the pool?
my sister, like me.
And then what happened when she threw her in the pool?
She started holding her face. So Adrian started screaming, so I went, pow, 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 with my gun. So Mom said, stop it! So I didn't stop it, so Adrian screamed, AJ, call the police!
You said your mom held her face. How did she hold her face?
An Estill woman is in the Holmes County Jail tonight charged with killing her own daughter. At least one witness says they saw Lewis pushing the little girl underwater. Lewis has reportedly denied she killed her own child. She is due in court tomorrow morning for a bond hearing.
Amanda was a single mum, a care worker on night shifts. She was just 27 when Adriana died.
I thought I had a good life. I had a good job, 2 beautiful children. You know, even though my parents were divorced, I still had a good family life.
What was your relationship like with your 2 kids?
I had a good relationship with them. Adriana's, it was a little bit tougher just because she was dealing with what she was dealing with, but I never had a bad relationship with them. They were always happy. We always did things together, you know, McDonald's.
Adriana had apparently ADHD.
Mm-hmm.
Was that medically diagnosed?
Mm-hmm.
What did that do to her as a young girl? How did it make her behave?
Sometimes she was real rambunctious, always wanting to go and do, could rarely sit down, rarely watch a movie, but other than that, she was just on the go all the time.
You loved her?
Oh, of course. Very much. She was just a miniature version of me.
In what way?
Every way.
What do you mean?
Physically, she was identical to me. Her demeanors, her mannerisms, down to the way she walked, was just like me.
And temperamentally, was she like you?
She was quick to throw a fit, but she was still a good child. She was still a good little girl.
I told you briefly what AJ had said. I don't know how to put this, but he seemed to believe that you drowned her.
Well, I don't know why he would think that. I mean, I wasn't even out there. I was in the house.
Why would he accuse you of drowning your daughter?
He does like to tell stories. I mean, he's got, I don't know if I'd say weird, but he does have a very big imagination.
Mm-hmm. How would you feel about taking a polygraph?
I'd be fine with it.
You think that might be beneficial?
Well, evidently, because I know, you know, everybody's looking at me.
The only way the state could present a homicide case was to rely on the testimony of, in my opinion, an incompetent witness.
I've been doing this for a long time. AJ told us the truth. He told us what he seen that day.
AJ, you'll come right over here and just have a seat in that chair right over there, okay?
I found him to be a credible witness. If I did not believe he was a credible witness, I never would have put him on the stand in the first place.
This is Michael. All right?
When he walks through the door into the courtroom, and you see him for the first time since all this has happened, what is your reaction?
I miss him, and I wish that I could pick him up and hug him. I was very upset because I couldn't believe they were doing this because he's only a child. But just disbelief.
AJ didn't recognize you at first. He hadn't seen you for a while. And then he does. And he bursts into tears. And you burst into tears.
I wanted to get up and go to him. And I even asked my attorney, just please stop, just make them stop. But I couldn't.
Can you tell me what a lie is?
It's not the truth.
Can you tell me what the truth is?
It's not a lie.
If I told you your mother was in the courtroom here today, would that be the truth?
No, so.
That would not be the truth. Why is that? Because she's not in the courtroom?
No, so.
Where is your mother?
Jail.
She's in jail.
That woman sitting right there between them. Have you ever seen her before?
Yes, so.
Who is that?
My mother.
Now you recognize your mother?
Yes, so.
Hey, James. Hey, James.
Yes, so.
Can you hear me? All right.
This case could never have come to court were it not for the testimony of 7-year-old AJ. When the police asked Amanda to take that lie detector test, she passed. In your career, have you had a case that's incensed you quite like this one?
I mean, this is probably the worst of the worst. When the factual complexion of the case is so clearly pointing in one direction, that indicates that this was a tragic accident.
What do you think happened? Just talk me through what you think happened.
I believe the children planned on swimming in the pool, but that they had to get the bugs out of the pool. I think Adriana stood in the red wagon next to the pool, was leaning over the pool with the metal pan that was found floating in the pool, and was in the process of scooping up bugs from the pool when she fell head first into the pool, causing the water to come over the side of the pool and fill the little red wagon. That was found by the emergency responder, who immediately surmised that this was a case of accidental drowning.
This is a case that we believe she maliciously punished her daughter, Adriana, and she just went too far. She was under a lot of stress. She was tired. She had tried various other forms of discipline that appeared not to be working, at least to Amanda Lewis. And that is what we think happened.
Why are you so sure? Why is there no element of doubt in your mind?
As you will recall, the pool was anywhere from 32 inches to 35 inches high. Adriana was 47 inches tall. If she had have just simply fell into the pool as an accident, all she would have had to do was stand up, as she had done before when she was in that pool, and she would not have been drowned.
It had a very strong, the whole house smelled of urine and feces.
Had a stench of urine. You could only stay in that room. I mean, you had to get a breath and go in there and then come right back out. You may be seated.
Amanda Lewis, how do you know her?
She's my daughter.
Adriana Hutta, how did you know her?
She was my granddaughter.
Did she seem to have, your daughter seemed to have a short temper with Adriana?
Yes, sir. She did have a short temper with her. At times.
How about AJ? Did she have a short temper with AJ?
Not as much.
Some people have said you weren't a good mother, and they put that down to when the police went in. They smelled urine in the younger kid's room. They didn't see any toys. They felt from what they were picking up from people that you were pretty tough, lost her temper.
As far as the smell of urine, she wet the bed quite a bit. But there was also a dog in the house that urinated on everything.
Did you physically punish the kids, Adriana and AJ?
No, for the most part, they got timeout.
What did that mean?
Timeout benches or the corner. There was only one time that I really did spank Adriana, and she had little marks on her little backside cheeks. But
why did you do that?
I can't even remember what she did. That, yes, I do. She wrote throughout my car with a permanent marker.
What did she write?
Loser. And I don't even know where she got the word from.
One of your colleagues at the care centre remembered you saying you were so annoyed about Adriana's behaviour one day. You said, I want to kill her. Now, given what happened, people could put two and two together and think, well, there we are.
I did not say I wanted to kill her. I said, oh my goodness, I could have just killed her.
About the car?
About the car.
She came in and she was very upset, very irate, and we said, what's wrong, Amanda? She said, I'm just going to kill him, I'm going to kill her. And I was like, don't say that.
She was just like at the end of her rope that morning. Like she just couldn't take it anymore.
What did you mean when you said, I could have killed her?
That it just frustrated me to the point of being angry.
Right here. I think we're going to have to kneel down. Kneel down. Okay. I want to show you this photograph here, 1B. Let's just move that one out of the way. 1B. Now, whose red wagon is that? How did that wagon get there?
My mom pulled it all the way from there all the way back to here.
Now, did you draw a picture?
Yes, sir.
Tell me, AJ, what is this right here? Who is this? What is this?
My mama.
And what is she doing?
Killing my sister.
How is she doing that, AJ?
Putting her hand over my face.
What is this right here?
My mother's arm.
Your mother's